Gratitude is so humbling. I find that people have been so kind um, when they heard that I uh, had Parkinson's. And you kind of get your tribe, I think, because some people are a little bit weary. They don't get it. They don't understand it. They don't know much about it. Um, and the ones that really stick by you, the ones who are messaging and, um, you know, when you're a blubbering mess, they just phone you right away on WhatsApp. And um, I'm very, very blessed to have a friend who lives in Wales, and she has been absolutely amazing. Um, we have a soul connection, and we have been there for each other for the last few years. We're also fur baby mamas, so we have been through the joys of rescuing animals and also the absolute sadness and devastation of losing or having to help a pet cross over to the Rainbow Bridge. So, um, not naming any names, but the people who have been there for me know who they are, and I absolutely love and appreciate you for everything that you have done for me. Um, I also want to give a shout out to my cousin because she lives in the U.S. and she would be very vigilant with emails and attaching photographs and even has read up on Parkinson's and can sort of understand and when I talk about a certain symptom or something that's happened in my day or how the medication is affecting me or like when my medication's increased and I have to go through several weeks of hell. um she's been there. And uh what we're doing now and what I just want to appreciate and shout out to her about is that because I would get cramps in my hands, um, I am finding it harder to type messages with a keyboard. I can still kind of pluck away at the letters on my phone, but actually typing an email is becoming more difficult. Um, and so I asked her if she could go on to Facebook Messenger. She's not big into social media, but she is on Messenger. And I said, okay, we could leave voicemail, um, and we could talk to each other that way. We can even, talk on video. I suggested WhatsApp too, which is not quite ready to go there yet, but right now Messenger's doing the job. And I mean, yeah, there are days and there are times when I'm stumbling for words. I'm stuttering um, because in my mind, I I know what the subject is that I'm talking about, but I can't always retain the focus to talk about or or find the words, which is happening right now. And then what happens is because you've lost time in trying to find the words that you want to say, then you do lose your focus as to what you actually were talking about. It's it's not a nice symptom to have, Um, Stress or getting upset will only acerbate that. And then it's really difficult to talk. Sometimes speech gets slowed down so that your brain has time to connect the word to your brain and to your mouth so that you can speak it. Yeah. I mean, people say I'm still really articulate, and that's really nice to know that. Um, but yeah, so I wanted to give a shout out to the people that don't just type a message, but also send me a voicemail. Or now, what my cousin is committed to doing is sending me something funny. When I wake up in the morning, I've got something to laugh about, and it started this morning with um, a story about a bird, and it wasn't even the story that was so funny. It was that she was laughing. And the more I heard her laughing, the more I wanted to laugh. And I got up and I felt like, I felt like a weight lifted nearly, because it was like, well, I know that the day is going to bring challenges, and every day it's different. I don't know what I'm going to face today, but it was a little bit easier this morning to face that when I heard her laughing. Um, yeah, she's very witty. She has the ability to just make you laugh, and I mean like hysterical laughing. Um, and I think it's a trait on my dad's side of the family, because my dad was the same. And like I only have pretty much one cousin that that I uh, grew up with. Um, so it is nice to be able to hear her voice, and to communicate that way. And I don't want to discount in any way um, the love and the devotion and the uh, determination of my husband to get me through a day in whatever is the easiest and best way for me to cope. And he has been absolutely amazing, learning about medication, about my symptoms, about the reactions, about my off times, about the extreme fatigue, about the cognitive um, behavior where uh, things aren't connecting, things aren't making sense. He'll talk to me till I've got it. He may have to repeat it in different ways, maybe 3 or 4 times to to get me to um, understand. Like that the light goes on, that the penny drops, um, and that has to be difficult, for somebody that's caring for Parkinson's people, um, and so yeah, I absolutely love and adore him, and I'm so very, very grateful for him. And so yeah, it's a shout out today, and just big a huge big thank you and gratitude.